So Drizzy Drake, um, wow, Drizzy Drake, man, what are you doing, bruh? Drizzy Drake is out here pulling moves that are not, I would say, helpful. These moves are not helpful in this situation. Drizzy Drake has decided, in his wisdom, that in order to, yeah, what's up, John? I hope you're ready for the draft Friday. The draft is Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time for the fantasy football. But yeah, Drake is out here trying to punish YouTube channels who were exposing him. King 40's channel seems to be down right now, and I was like, I saw some other videos somebody else had clipped up of King 40, but because he was exposing Drake decided to take action against his channel and take it down, which didn't make sense to a lot of us because people were just going on over information that's pretty much present. So Drake is right now trying to get other people's YouTube channels taken down. I think he got like 4 channels taken down so far. Don't hold me to that, but I think I heard it's 4. But King 40 has been like the biggest one that I've seen. That right now I can't find his channel. So Showface talked about it earlier today. I was out kicking it, so I just came back, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn. And they was already screwing with me. So if anybody believes that Drake ain't paying no attention to him, Drake don't see this, Drake ain't doing that, oh, he doing that. Trust me, he ain't got nothing to do but to check. His ego won't rest. He got to check to see what everybody's doing. And who's been putting a foot up his ass more than anybody? Me. And him and Academics both don't like me. So you already know what time it is. So you know what hell I've been fighting through for the past 2-3 months, dealing with them. And I'm only doing that because they keep screwing with me. So that's the only reason. I'm trying to talk about other things. This is why on the Casino for Life channel, I'm not even mentioning them like all day. We've been chilled on them. We ain't said 2 words. But then all of a sudden today they got all this mouth. So I said, all right, cool. This is how we gonna do it. Since y'all want to swing it that way, we gonna swing it this way. And we'll go from there. Now, nobody want to play. You see what I'm saying? That's progress. That's making it happen. Now everybody jump up and open their arms, start wailing because he's mad people done caught on to his business. He was really mad people saw about all his companies and corporations, Richard Fitzenwell, and all that, what was going on with Euphoria and all. Yeah, he was really pissed about that. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that I didn't even go into because I'm just sick of it. I'm just holding it back, like, in case I got to use it against him. You know what I'm saying? Just like I had to keep popping out information. Now, if there's something I got to pop out on him, I got to pop out and show it. Then I'll pop out and show him. But other than that, I ain't been paying too much attention to it. Hey. See y'all doing some remodeling. Where's the lottery thing at? Oh, this the lottery?
No. 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
6 a.m.? Okay. Now, this is what I mean. I don't want to be involved in any situations that has something to do with this guy. They called my phone like 3 times. Like some people, I guess, supposed to be representing him, talking this craziness. Once again, trying to get channels taken down because of this foolishness. And it's like, dog, you call yourself the big capo, right? Or the big kahuna. Don't dish it if you can't take it. You know, that don't make you a don, that just make you a punk. You want to try to stop people's livelihoods and all that. If you being real, you being real. If you being phony and you being called out for being a phony and a fake, then, you know, if you don't want to deal with it, then don't deal with it. Because when you start trying to play with people's livelihoods, you create a more dangerous situation for yourself. That's all I'm saying. So now you got 6 to 7 different people trying to run interference. Yeah, they trying to run interference now because they know this is a situation where a lot of YouTubers are going to start complaining and fighting back and saying, hey, I'm reporting on the news. How in the world this dude is flagging me and doing all this? And then you got a lot to explain about what's going on. Man, people already know what's up. It's been a disaster zone. People are getting ravaged. They're getting just ran through. Yeah, they can't deal with the facts that the people that we deal with don't like these said scenarios. And all of these said scenarios are very interesting and very much they very much on level of almost pettiness. He's salty because he can't get the people to believe what he wants them to believe. He wants y'all to buy the BS. Remember, he was trying to get y'all to buy that he won. Now he talking about we gonna win round 2. What happened, homie? You tried to convince the whole world you won. That didn't work. Now it's let's go get them in round 2. Then when the people make videos and comment on it, if they don't kiss your ass, you mad at them. You got mad at me because I wasn't kissing your ass, telling you won when you lost. Instead of saying, well, damn, all right, I got to get back real. You got mad at me and want to start doing goofy stuff on my channel. That's when I knew right away that there was a problem. See, when people start doing goofy stuff like that, you already know what the situation is. He was in panic mode early. Because when Euphoria was out and all this was going on and Meet the Grant, then he wanted to really go after me. So I was like, oh, okay. I see what's happening. That's what I'm saying. Y'all didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. All the other YouTubers was going through it too. It didn't start getting super crazy for me till after Rick Ross and that Ross situation happened and them doggone dudes jumped Ross. Once that happened, after that, Champagne Sloppy really started applying his pressure even more on me. Contacting YouTube, fake takedown notices of stuff. It was all kind of goofy stuff I had to fight. So I see the other YouTube creators going through it. I know exactly what you're going through because he did the same thing with me. And we'll see what happens and how it all plays out. But he's on the prowl. Him, and he got Akadummy and the rest of these people right along with him trying to pull the same scam that he's been pulling over everybody else's eyes. It's like, look, man. Look, that's fine and dandy like candy. You want to be corny and do all that goofiness. But realistically, the real people, they don't mess with you, bro. They don't. And that's the double truth, Roof. Drake is the reason we are talked about Drake every day. We didn't want to talk about Drake every day. Drake would do something to require us to talk about Drake. Then when he decided to make an enemy of me, then I said, okay, now you gonna get what you asking for. You wanted to be an enemy of me for whatever the reason may be. Okay. Now, the public finna know what you didn't want them to know. That you didn't even know I knew. Same thing. I don't mess with none of these people. Once they cross me, then we got a problem. DJ Vlad, same way. He was doing these videos for years, and I'm like, why y'all keep interviewing with him? Then, all of a sudden, I make a video about him and Kwame Brown. He don't like it. And it was not even bad on him. He decides to go after my channel. Right when I'm in the middle of taking care of my parents when they both had COVID. So I was in a real foul mood. And I didn't really know anything about Vlad at that time. So this is 2020. I barely know anything about the man. I barely knew anything about Vlad except for he makes these videos and that's about it. I knew about the Rick Ross situation, but other than that, I didn't know too much about him. Like his personal life. I didn't know nothing about Vlad at that time, except for the videos. That was it. So I said, you know what? Since Vlad wants to play with me when I'm definitely not in the mood to play, I'm taking care of both of my parents who got COVID. My mom was taking care of my dad. He got it, so she ended up getting it. So they both sick with COVID. And we're both in the same house trying not to get it. Me and my sister. Now I gotta take care of them, and then this happens with this clown. So I had to, man, I was riding around in my car going live, letting this guy have it. And then they were stopping my live streams every time. Vlad was having them pull my live stream down. And I'm just like, dude, you just making it worse. You just making it worse. I was mad. So it was a whole different thing. Now I'm like, you're opening the door for me to come in and take my shots. Didn't want to, but now you've just opened that door. Well, you guys got to understand. People always know one thing, and that is when you come from where we come from, and you can see the cloth that we cut from, it hit different. You know, we're not internet people. We're not. We real people that just happen to be on the internet. And that's unusual in this day and age. You know, the real people that's just happen to be on the internet, you don't really see too many of them. You got these people that get stuck in these characters that they created, and then they start going through a thing because they built their life, because in real life nobody know who they were. But when they run into, now they created this character that people know them on social media. Now they want to go ahead and do what they do, right? I mean, it's too much material. You see, that's what I want people to understand more than anything. That's what I want people to understand more than anything is right, right. Like we weren't going after this dude. What this guy, we was exposing everything that was happening in real time. Drake was doing stuff for attention. And all of the goofy stuff he was doing was backfired. He dropped 3 songs. We got to respond to them. We didn't do 3 videos for each goddamn song. We made 1 video about the whole damn thing so we could sum it all up. Because we're not trying to milk this. We just trying to, we wish Drake would shut up so that we ain't got to say nothing about it. Drake put out 100 gigs. Okay, cool. He did that to cover up the fact the video come out on him on the Monkey app with the doggone young folks. They should have let all it go. But it's funny to me how they sit there and say, I'm the one keeping it going. Academics talk about Kendrick Lamar and Drake every day. I don't see y'all saying shit to him. It's people that talk about only Drake and Kendrick every day. Y'all don't say shit to them. I'm on One Crack News. Well, you gotta understand what would any of that mean to anybody? I mean, for real, what would that mean to anybody? I mean, he dropped No Face or whatever, and what does that mean in real time? Mm-hmm. Well, it's a lot of people that don't like academics. So when he starts being like the voice for Drake, and well, there's a lot of different angles and a lot of different perspectives in play. And I'm not saying who's wrong, who's right, who shouldn't be doing this, or this person shouldn't be doing that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell y'all that. All I'm going to tell y'all is straight up and down what's real and what's fake. And what's real is Drake is out here really trying to get people's YouTube channels taken down who've been going after him. He sees it, he doesn't like it. He wants to sabotage people's views. They're getting a lot of traffic. It's popping up on his site. They're attaching his name to it. He's trying to say, oh, I got a copyright. They can't use my photo. I don't want them to use this image of me. And why are they doing that? And they keep doing that. They're harassing me. I started getting all kind of copyrights, all kind of, it was all these things I had to fight to get back to where I'm at. Crazy yellow dollar signs. for no reason. Yeah, King AK-47 channel is the biggest one so far that I've seen that's been tampered with. So Showface and everybody else is like, look, yeah, he was the voice of the street. Yeah, they saying harassment and cyberbullying. Look at that. Harassment and cyberbullying. That's how they getting Drake. Drake and them got these people talking about you got to strike. This live event is no longer available. They trying to do y'all. They trying to do us, man. Oh man, it's bizarre. You know, you got a whole bizarre situation that's kicking off. Um, I try to stay, pretty much out of the black and into the realm of intelligent. Mm. Track star music. Pretty much. We've seen a lot of these situations grow into different stanza. Oh yeah. Well, let's just say that didn't make a lot of sense in the whole, frame of things. I never felt like that. I really didn't feel like that. I really felt that if people was being real, they would know what's on the forefront. I never tried to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Yeah, we had a lot of fun tonight, but the best thing was to get out of everybody's way. No, SZA got the song Saturn. SZA's song Saturn is doing better than Drake's. Kalani got a song out. I think Like That is still kicking ass because of the tour. With the Metro and Future tour, man, they just crushing it. So Like That's gonna be in high demand. So that's still a Kendrick Lamar song. So Kendrick Lamar still is in the top. I think like I haven't seen the chart, but last I seen it, it was at like 25 or something. The Houdini song is like still in the top 30. Drake's song, like it was 2 weeks on the chart, and It's Up is at 46. The peak was 28 on the chart. It was 28 on the charts. What's up, KB? Boy, KB, they been messing with you. times 10. Dog, I couldn't even try to hit your page up. I tried to click on a video. They say this live stream has been canceled. I was, oh no. Boy, you waking up them Democrats. Boy, you are aggravating them. They even going after Farrakhan crazy, boy. He said I got kicked off Instagram. KB, it's videos that you ain't even got. People done clipped up stuff you done did. These right-wing people, man, they got up there. It was a picture. Kwame Brown. Listen to Kwame Brown talk about Kamala Harris. Then they cut in. They done did their own editing. They got photos popping up in the video. I was like, oh no. I was like, they for the best KB up out here. I remember I said that in my last show. I was like, man, Kwame don't want this kind of heat. They was on Instagram, but Twitter putting up stuff on there like you didn't say something. I was like, oh man. Yeah, they done clipped it up. The one when you in your car, man. I see that one everywhere. Talking about Kamala Harris. But man, you asked a simple question. He was like, when is she gonna put this in? When are we gonna get a plan in place? When are we gonna see something for us? How much money am I gonna get? Trump talking about 500 million already. I ain't seen her talk about nothing for us. Where's our crime bill? Where's our anti-crime bill at? Man, Grant Cardone thinking we finna go turning to Canada. I was like, nah, we ain't gonna go that far, but the housing market is a mess. It is a complete mess. Because right now, it's not turning into a renter's market no more. It's turning into a buyer's market. It's almost like right now, the way it's rising, it makes sense to buy. Now it's gonna be like, man, it's a buyer's market again. Because it ain't gonna make sense to rent. He's like, I just want the black lady. Yeah, you see, they didn't got Farrakhan now, boy. Farrakhan was praising Trump up and down. Next thing you know, man, he done flipped and did a whole spin. Mm-hmm. No, well, when you look at the main scope of stuff, you start seeing the interest in where everybody else stand and all the other artists. So that's what we were talking about early on. Shoot, man, it's crazy. Man, that's what I told you. People will tell you all the stuff they do with their wife in the bedroom and everything before they tell you who they vote for. I swear. He'd be like, who you voting for? Hey, man, that's personal. What you doing? I don't want to get into politics. They'll tell you anything else except for who they voting for. Mm-hmm. No, women are getting a wake up call. That's what's happening in 2024. Most of these doggone women are getting a wake up call. They waiting for somebody to fly them out on a jet. They don't got a car. They ain't got no. They in an apartment on food stamps, but they want the man to have everything. Mm-hmm. No, it's a whole lot of stuff going on that people don't grasp. And that's the main problem with it, you know. When you see how terrible when you seeing how terrible they are doing, like, yeah, when you see like how they're doing all the other athletes and entertainers, and how they get paid money to go and endorse these people, which is dangerous. Because here's the thing: is you endorsing something that's against you. You just took some money to endorse something that's against you. And now look at these women though. That was to answer your question, but let's look at the main scope of the picture. The main scope of the situation was clear. These women think, you know what? I'm a prize. You got to pay for me. And you got rappers like Drake. Drake is a multimillionaire. So he could do these things. Him flying you out ain't going to break him. Him taking you on a trip somewhere, they going to write that off on their taxes. That's fine. The average guy ain't finna fly you out to no Turk and Caicos. You have done nothing to deserve Turk and Caicos. Because you then went to Dr. Miami and got this work done, that's enough for him to fly you out. Y'all have become unrealistic, wanting these things from average individuals who actually are good men, but you don't know it because you too superficial to pay attention to it. See, they become so superficial, they can't even see their own mistakes. But they go around blaming men for their problems. They suck up to the feminine man and kiss up and party with them. Oh, he is such a, that's what I'm talking about. He fun and everything. Twan is right. Y'all go with them rainbow Twan guys and praise on them, then get mad that you can't find a real man. Look at what you praising. You're praising Twans and hanging out with them. Feminine men, but then want a masculine man. You know, it just don't, that balance is off. No, it don't work that way. And now these women, they get 42, 43, 44, and now they want to try to get locked down. They done spent all their years hoeing around, partying, getting drunk, kicking it, being the life of the party, wanting to do all that, didn't want to be a wife, didn't want to have kids and be a family, didn't want to do any of these things. And they mad now that men ain't choosing them. Now we on bullshit because we don't want to be done with them. We don't want to be dealing with that. Hell no. Guys don't want, why would they want the stress? We more risk of heart attack than they are. So if you a risk of a heart attack, why are you going to get yourself the stress? Why would you do that to yourself? All you need to do is go 110% in on bettering your situation. I'm not saying everything's the woman's fault, but they're kind of the reason why a lot of black men feel the way they do and they go for other races. They go get them a white girl. They go get them a Hispanic girl. They don't want to deal with the BS. Well, you're looking at a situation where you see Plies and all those people, they gonna crash out because they paid to. But they can't tell you no policy that this woman is bringing into place. Now, one of the celebrities, where are you voting? Why are we voting for Kamala Harris? Well, she ain't filed for bankruptcy 6 times. She ain't did this. She ain't did that. But she ain't did that. So she's the #1 candidate. Well, damn, you just described damn near more than half of America. It's like, what do you know about this woman that we should vote for her? Because you like her personality better than him? This is why people get screwed. Like they say, identity politics. This is why they go get these people and they pay. They get the Meg the Stallion the twerk. They get all that because they know it works. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. No. When people think about a transformation or right, what is your plan? You have no plan in place. So if you have a plan in place, then people can actually get to see you and enjoy it better. Right. You see she don't talk about policy. You see she don't talk about her record. Nah, I don't think like y'all think. Oh yeah. That's because people didn't realize. People didn't realize what you guys know now. A lot of that stuff was just fake as hell. No. When you got so many people that show up to do what they participate in, Let me show you what I'm talking about. There's areas in the United States of America, I'm gonna just say Maine, where Joe Biden is from, Maine. Okay? In Maine, they got areas black people can't live. They don't tell you that. But black people know. There's areas you can't live in Maine. Meaning that they won't let you get a house. They won't let you rent. You can't get, if you want to live over there, you can't because you're black. They're not going to say that to you, but you go to the bank to get the loans. They're going to say, oh, that place ain't available. We got another person that's a better client than you. You're not going to be able to live there. Oh, absolutely. That's why we always want to keep things in perspective. Because when you don't keep things in perspective, it gets out of hand. That's why power and combination is very, very important. When you don't have these things, it works against you. When you don't have connections, when you don't have all of these different scenarios, this thing is it just goes crazy. Yeah. There's places in Maine you can't even live. And there's other places like that across the United States of America. If you're black, no matter how much money you got, you can't live there. You remember Mayor Richard Daley from Chicago, Illinois? You could be a black man. They wouldn't let him live next to Mayor Daley, and he got more money than Mayor Daley. He the former mayor of Chicago. And because he the former mayor of Chicago, right, he can't live there. All because he the former mayor. He can't live there. I'm serious. All jokes aside, like I always tell people, there's no joke to it at all. We worried about so much other stuff. We're not worried about segregation that's actually happening. Chicago's very segregated, even though people think it isn't. There's places you're not going to be allowed to live. The Indians have built their own community, meaning the Arab Indians. They built their own community. They have their own homes. I showed you that. You won't be able to live over there if you black. They won't rent to you. They won't sell to you, no matter how many millions you might have. You be like, I got 20 million. I want to buy these 2 houses. Nah, we got somebody better suited for that. We already got some. There's no space for you. You will be racially profiled even if you make it. You would have to make a big stink to live there. Now, they'll never tell you that. They'll never say, oh, this is an Indian community. They'll want to know, why do you want to live there? And most blacks, they ain't going to want to live there. When you go buy a house, you go see the neighborhood, you go see the area, you go like, well, this don't look like nobody over here that I know that I could buy it with. Why do I want to live here? We too busy trying to do everybody else's culture and abandon what we knew growing up. When you was growing up, mama had all the home remedies for you. You ain't even need to go to the doctor for nothing. She had all the home remedies, and you know what? It worked. You wasn't sick no more. You be like, hey, I was sick. We did this. I got better. You never knew what castor oil was. But she said, take a teaspoon of this castor oil. That's going to help you go to the bathroom. You constipated. No matter what, it's there. Now, I don't even think they even know. I don't even think they know what Pepto-Bismol is. That just disappeared. But Pepto-Bismol was like, man, that was the end all be all of everything. Like, man, if you got Pepto. Well, when you have no, no, that's wrong. No, when you go into those situations, then you'll see for yourself. But they call you slander man. Okay, slander man. I guess everybody in the chat fighting, y'all gone crazy. No, I'm starting watching the trends in the stock market. Right, we're gonna be headed for another housing crisis. It was inevitable because we never fixed the housing problem the first time around. Now we're building more houses and bringing more international people in here and filling up these people and saying, okay, they're bringing their international money in, and we're building up this new housing, right? Just for them to see it and buy it and build these new Euro communities. And that's why they look so Euro when you look at them. Now you're going to be looking at a whole new situation altogether. You're going to be looking at a situation and listing of right. It's trust me, when it's something like that, when it's like so much uh, destruction, it won't even make sense. It's because each year the jobs are getting less and less because we have less need for jobs. Why do you think they didn't force you to go back to work right away when the pandemic happened? You know why? And they said, oh, you could just work from home because it saved them on insurance money. They don't have to pay for insurance of you getting hurt on the facilities. Now you got all these empty facilities. So people are not paying rent for these facilities no more. They closing down certain departments. Banks only got one teller in there at all for a big bank. They might have maybe one or two tellers. It's like, man, they got all these, like, is there no money in the bank? You've seen banks close branches. That's telling you something. People are not putting a lot of their money in the banks. They're just getting money and putting it on a card, and that's it. They don't even put their money in the bank. They just have their money go to an online bank. So physical banks, a lot of them are losing out on money. Everybody's like, I got Chime. It's like Chime. What is that? Man, you could have a civil war in a couple months. If Trump don't get elected, people gonna be angry and might start a civil war. Start trying to rebel, get states to rebel, and want to be independent from the United States. You can see all kind of craziness taking place. That's why you never can. Election is not protection. No. No concern for that whatsoever. But I will tell y'all this. Go subscribe to the Carcino for Life Patreon. There's a lot of stuff on there you might want to see and check out. It's definitely worth it. I guarantee you, you will love it. So my battery about to die. I want to say thank y'all again, man. Appreciate it hanging out with y'all and chatting. But we're about to call it a night. And I'm out. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life for popping in late. And we out the door.